For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world might be saved through him. Now we all know John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only Son so that everyone who believes in him might not perish but have eternal life. And John 3:16 is really the basic proclamation of the gospel, God's salvific love manifested in sending the Son for our salvation. It's found in Jesus' dialogue with Nicodemus in John's Gospel, which has been unfolded for us in the Gospel readings over the past few days. Now, lest we forget that this message is indeed good news, there is John 3:17, the following verse. You see, the incarnation, the coming in the flesh of the Son, is not meant to threaten us, but to invite us to fuller life. One could easily miss the mark by reading verse 16 in a narrow sense, but verse 17 clarifies that the scope of this offer of salvation is universal, the whole world. God's salvific activity is a gesture of love, not one of disregard or punishment even. Sometimes our own evangelizing efforts are built out of frustration with a world that does not see things our way. And interestingly enough, that's the exact dialogue Jesus has with Nicodemus in this passage, using the imagery of light and darkness and lamenting that oftentimes people prefer the darkness. Nonetheless, it's important for us to remember that the gospel is not merely a condemnation of the darkness, but an invitation to live in the light, which allows us to see the world and even ourselves more clearly. And the clarity of this light brings with it the invitation to and the promise of eternal life with God for all. As we go forth and evangelize, let us ask ourselves this: am I proclaiming the good news as an invitation or as a threat? Or said another way, am I proclaiming John 3:16 without remembering the emphasis that we get in John 3:17?